But when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. Like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin, everything just looks so lifelike.
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content that you create. You play a lot of Pro-Am, you play a lot of Park. What's one thing you want to see improved on from a gameplay standpoint?
The Spurs came into the arena earlier with one, and let's go.
Well, guys.
Great vision, David, thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs, we've got Murray. Hurdle is out there with DeRozan. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Jackson. Here's Valanciunas, and Pirtle sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt, with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute.
Successful street, touching them first males. All my life, grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. One slice, cut the bone, nice, we swap. All my life.
Here's DeRozan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Showing natural leadership skills, Morant has developed great rapport with his teammates.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
And the shot is good.
You know, he's really capable from the mid-range, and I think the more Murray shoots from there, the more of a threat he'll be, and the more well-rounded offensively he'll be.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Brooks, here we go. The pass to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Now here's Walker. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
To the middle, here's Poeltl. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Valanciunas. Brooks kicks to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And you got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. DeRozan finds Walker. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
Poeltl against Valanciunas. Pass to Anderson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Morant. And Poeltl sends it back.
And Poeltl deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's DeRozan. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas. Some changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Grayson Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Spurs also with the sub. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Allen, right side. Pass to Melton. Feeds it to Jang. And stolen by Zeller. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You got to stay physical and stay aggressive if you're Rudy Gay. Force the defense to make some mistakes. And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Now here's Mills. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. And Patrick Mills gets the 3. Mills has got a couple of threes now in the first for San Antonio. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Zeller. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes to Morant. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's San Antonio. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Stolen by Gay. Here's Bellinelli, and he jams it with authority.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide-open man and dropping the dime.
And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter. He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And that one's good. Brooks. Spurs leading by 9. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Offensive rebound. And another shot. Back to Bellinelli. Gay against Jackson. Clock at 6. The three from Mills. Not going to go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. To the inside. And stolen by Gay. And there's the pass to Bellinelli. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the Spurs with possession here. Following the score by Memphis. Back to Mills. Over Morant. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Anderson finds Brooks. Here's Morant. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Forbes the pass to Gay. The rebound by Anderson.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Brooks, and it's blocked. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Now here's Murray. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Pirtle trying to get open. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Walker. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
And that one is good. And now an 11-point Spurs lead. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now here's White. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Here's Walker. From past the arc. And it's Melton with the rebound. Allen passes to Clark. Memphis moving it around. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to DeRozan. He tries for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 7 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Excellent decision that time by DeRozan. No wasted time at all, and no reason to. I mean, when you're as good as he is from mid-range, let it happen.
Out to the right wing. Here's Clark. DeRozan defending. Back to Clark. Trying to get open as Zhang. No good from Clark. White looking around. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs enjoying a 12th.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They are leading by 12. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So it's the Spurs now.
Well, the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl, mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old-school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got White. DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3. And DeRozan sends it back. Brooks kicks to Anderson. Valanciunas dishes to Morant. Back to Valanciunas. Another shot.
And Pirtle plays with great passion on the defensive end of the floor. Does a nice job challenging shooters from anywhere on the court.
And so it's Memphis with it. They trail by 14. And Clark at 7 feet tall. Pirtle a wide body in there.
He's live and he's also no stiff, guys. Pirtle can catch and finish. He's active in defending. Gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy. Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Grizzlies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Morant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. DeRozan, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. Now, I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Now here's Morant. He's got 7. Pass to Anderson. Brooks right side. Shot clock at 6. Now Morant. Defended by Pirtle. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Morant.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Here's Pirtle. That one wide left.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Anderson outside. A rebound by the Spurs.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Pirtle, the pass to Murray. Out to DeRozan. 3-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
Hey, watch out now, guys. When he's effective with that 3-point shot, I really believe it adds to DeRozan's game, makes him more effective on his drive.
Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. San Antonio also making some changes. Bryn Forbes comes in for White, and it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Morant reaches to Clark, lays it up off the glass. Clark's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Anderson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And Mills kicks to Forbes. Back to Mills. Wide open look. Good work there as it goes. Mills has got 10 points.
Guys, this is where Mills thrives. He's ready to shoot as soon as the ball touches his hands. Excellent catch and shoot play.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's foul number 2 for him. The Grizzlies have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Jang, and it's good from the elbow.
And, you know, Kevin, Gorgui Jang gets his shot from the mid-range just about any time he wants, and the percentages show. He's pretty effective with it.
Now here's Mills. He's got 10. And it's DeRozan missing. Brooks finds Clark. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Grayson Allen's checked in for Brooks. The Spurs also with the sub. Walker's checked in. And the rejection by Jang. Really left alone that time. Forbes has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, that's really the biggest reason Forbes is out there, guys. Find space on the perimeter and knock down the three-point shot.
Here's Allen. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And they're pushing it up. No good from Clark.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Jang, the pass to Clark. Here's Melton. Lets it fly from 18. It's off. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs lead by 14. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Mills in the corner. The three. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled it.
Now Allen following the three-point attempt by DeRozan. From downtown, Allen's shot is off. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Spurs with some changes. Pirtle, he's checked in for Gay. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray, you give him that type of opportunity, you're asking for trouble. He is a strong finisher.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Morant. The shot from the low post is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Murray kicks to White. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Tries a three. The Spurs rebound. Pirtle finds White. Got a piece of it. Here's Morant. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. And it's Jackson in for Clark.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-up.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. We were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Brooks outside. Passes it to Morant. Clock at 6. Hurdle against Valanciunas, and it's in there.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now here's Murray. There's Walker with the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Back to Brooks for 3. No good that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Spurs.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for DeMar DeRozan.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And Pirtle sends it back. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. 2 points. That one goes. And the Spurs lead by 16.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And here's Walker outside. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
body fluid. And goaltender. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
fans. Mike, now this is your chance to ask Agent a question, maybe about gameplay or 2K20 or 2K21. What's on your mind, Mike?
This idea of esports. I know a lot of people complain about dice rolls and missing full whites. Like, do you think that's something we need to go like to the extreme with? What I'm scared of, I guess, is like we make Team Pro-Am or something.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the... And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame...
Well, guys...
A proud franchise. Thank you, David. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at San Antonio. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, Phoenix sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
And seeing where the Suns are, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
The body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the center position. And for the Spurs, White is out there with Murray. And it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And San Antonio has possession. Over in the corner, White. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right?
I mean, yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. San Antonio with the ball. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Got a hand on it.
Oh, he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback. Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And Ayton throws it down.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. That's tipped. Out to White. Here's DeRozan. Some solid defense from Ayton. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. No good from Booker. The Spurs have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Walker with a clean look. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Poeltl. Right side, DeRozan. Outside for Murray. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, it was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Now, here's DeRozan. Devin Booker missing his last shot.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Here's Bridges. After the basket by San Antonio, it's off his foot, and the official saying it was kicked. And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker, and it's Bryn Forbes in for White. And Phoenix also making a switch. Sharge is checked in. Now here's Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close. Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Pass to Forbes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Pirtle. That's tipped. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Booker is tremendous at driving to the inside, throws himself at the D to get the call.
A different look now for San Antonio. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Pirtle. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Murray. San Antonio's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Booker. Here's Jerome. And the pass to Kaminsky. Pass to Jerome. Kicks to Carter. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Forbes, and he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this, still.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Spurs lead by 3. Live from the AT&T Center in
people saying that.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes, as public figures, can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
They really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
We've got Rudy Gay. He's out there with Bellinelli. Mills out there with Zeller. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Jerome passes to Carter. Out to the right wing. Here's Jerome, covered by Mills. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Here's Jerome, covered by Mills. Passes it to Kaminsky. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
On the wing, Bellinelli. The three. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And it's Baines missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Shot's good by Mills.
You're dangerous in the catch and shoot. When Mills sets his feet, has great balance, he's tough to stop.
Saric passes to Kaminsky. Over Bellinelli. Bellinelli pulls it in. San Antonio leading by 3. Mills in the corner. Three-pointer. Zeller. It's good on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Jerome passes to Saric. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. Pass to Carter. Just 3 to shoot. Launches it. But they get it back. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Bellinelli. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Mills with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Bellinelli's got the ball. What an asset to a team when you've got big men who can knock down free throws. Look here at the top centers and power forwards in terms of free throw percentage this season. In the third position, Rudy Gay.
That is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Big men making free throws? Who knew? These players are as comfortable at the stripe as they are in any other aspect of the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Derek White subbed in for Patty Mills. DeRozan finds White over Booker. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Suns trail by 7. Rubio the pass to Johnson.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Suns shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. No good on the free throw. And the Spurs making a change here. Murray's checked in. He hits the second from the line. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. The Suns shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Shot by Johnson, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Booker left side. Banked in off the glass.
And Devin Booker showing a nice touch around the rim.
From deep. The clock runs out, and we're heading to half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period. Thanks for joining.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Spurs leading by 8. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important. And sometimes, with the winner-loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Out to DeRozan. There's the pass to White. Now, here's DeRozan. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Bridges with it. He's picked up by Walker. Bridges misses. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gay's checked in.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
Murray kicks to Gay. Here's White. A three-pointer off the mark. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Murray, the pass to Pirtle. Back to Murray. Dishes it to Pirtle. He kicks to Murray. Lets it go from 11. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. For 3, Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
And here are the Suns now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And here is Ayton. He has 6. And stolen by White. And DeRozan. Here we go.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drive. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Here's Ayton. And the Spurs with some changes. Bellinelli comes in for Derek White. That's Mills in for Murray. And for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Sharch comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Pirtle.
In for your Spurs, Bryn Forbes.
Outside DeRozan. Bridges with the board.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
A nice shot by Booker.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Gay. Back to Mills. From past the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mills has got 7 points.
This is some of what he does best. Mills can shoot from downtown.
Passes it to Booker. From deep 3-point range. Here's Baines. Here's Sharch. And the shot goes in. Sharch has got his first basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Mills kicks to Gay. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Well, this is Rudy Gay's game. Outstanding at seizing the initiative and then looking to shoot once he catches the ball.
And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for the Spurs. And a change for the Suns. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Baines missing. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Carter. The shot comes out. Nice D from DeRozan. Spurs leading by 8. Pulls it up. Good work defensively by Carter.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Kept alive. That one goes. Count it.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Gay. Missed. And we've reached the end of the third. Spurs lead by 6. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Suns trail by 6. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Spurs, Rudy Gay is out there with DeRozan. And it's Mills, and it's Walker in at the small forward.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
No good from Booker.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
The shot's good from Forbes.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And stolen by Booker. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And the Spurs making a change here. Hurdle's checked in. Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Johnson comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Over to the left wing. And here's Mills from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Rubio against Walker. Rubio dishes to Šarić. Just 4 to shoot. And the Suns miss again. Spurs leading by 10. Beyond the arc. Gay, that's good. Brett, when you look back at all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide player, but right. You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Bridges, and Pirtle sends it back.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
And the first one drops. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Patty Mills. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Spurs leading by 11. White, left side. Back to Murray. The 3-ball. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
In the corner, Murray with it. Puts it up. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bridges against Walker. The 19-foot shot. A new 14 for the Suns, but they'll get another chance.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Murray, good. Suns trail by 15. Rubio outside. Pass to Bridges. Johnson left side. Kicks it to Booker. Shoots over White. A second chance effort. Stolen by Walker. Gay right side. Outside for Murray. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Walker the pass to Gay. And the Spurs scoring again.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for DeMar DeRozan.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Murray against Rubio. Four on the shot clock. Now the dish to Johnson. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Here's White, and there's the feed to Murray. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. The pass to Bridges. Kicks it out to Rubio. Back to Bridges. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
In for your Spurs, Jacob Poeltl, DeMar DeRozan.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
San Antonio foul call. Derek White.
And stolen by Murray. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Bear.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I am here joined by Snipes 2430, the most My League online wins. Snipes, how you?
A beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. Such a dramatic. And we've got. He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sharch.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. A lot of great young talent. Both teams loaded with young talent. What's the key, you think, Doris, as you've watched this league, to unlocking that potential and making them what they're going to become?
Yeah, I think for young guys, Kevin, one of the challenges is focusing on getting better every single day. It's the little choices these guys are making. They're going to put in the time to be working on their shooting or their off-the-bounce game or their defensive prowess. Can they be unselfish? Can they be sort of big-picture thinking in terms of just not only their success, but the guys around them? That's hard for a young guy.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
Now, how about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Brooks against Booker. Johnson with the block. Rubio right side. And here's Booker from the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, this is Devin Booker's specialty. Consistent at finding all kinds of ways to score from beyond that arc.
Morant. And finished off by Morant.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Clearly a foul.
Phoenix shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Well, the #1 pick in the 2018 NBA draft, DeAndre Ayton, is going to be a feared big man for years to come. In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Rubio in the corner. To the right side. Valanciunas against Bridges. Ayton. And Ayton stays with it.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Here's Valanciunas. And it's blocked. Up top, Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Boy, the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them. I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Phoenix. Sharch comes in for Johnson. The Grizzlies also making a change. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson.
Oh, when he gets out into the open court, Rubio is a very tough cover.
Morant with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Here's Clark. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, he just creates enough separation to get a quality look from the mid-range.
Jerome passes to Baines. Bridges with it. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Saric on the follow.
How about the instincts of Dario Saric? Just exceptional at getting those second chance opportunities.
Passes it to Melton. And a miss there on the triple. Jerome passes to Bridges. Lets it go from the wing. That shot no good. And it's Memphis the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Yep, it counts. Allen's got his second basket of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And it's Carter missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Melton. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Here's Jerome. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. You might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Grizzlies, we've got Allen. Clark is out there with Gorgie Dang. And it's Melton in at the 1. Suns trail by 7. Here's Jerome. But only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
And so Allen will bring it up for Memphis. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. No good from Clark. Suns shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Saric, a 24-point outing in their last game against Portland. Hands it from downtown.
This is what we call a legitimate stretch 4. Saric showing off his range.
Here's Clark. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Tries from 10. And the bank shot is good. Clark's got 6.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Feeds it to Saric. To the left wing. Kaminsky kicks to Carter. All alone. And he hits the jump shot. Carter's got his first basket of the night. Memphis leading. Over to the wing. Clark for 3. Saric grabs the board.
And you will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
The pass to Kaminsky. From the stripe. Rebound by Jang.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Here's Jerome. He nails it. And we're tied up. Jerome's got his second bucket of the night.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day-by-day question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
The Suns have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. And the first one at the line is good, so Memphis ends up going with the new group. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And it goes down 2 points.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Saric knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Here's Watanabe. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Suns leading. That drive by Carter. And this gives us a chance to highlight the rookies with the most assists here in the second half of the season. Ja Morant, number 1.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
That's good from Morant. The Suns have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Pass to Baines. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Baines has got his first bucket in this one. You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kevy is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 16-7 run. Inside, it's stolen by Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. Guarded closely. Missed inside. Baines passes to Saric. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays.
That's good from Morant. Phoenix making some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Bridges comes in for Saric. And it's Devin Booker in for Carter. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Anderson's checked in.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
30 seconds left in the first half. There's the feed to Ayton. Kicks it out to Rubio.
That's his first personal foul.
Memphis trailing here. Here's Morant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Valanciunas. Good. Nice job down low. Valanciunas has got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas showing good hands and finishing ability inside. And Kevin, this guy on that end of the floor has always been effective.
The Suns have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. 6 seconds left in the first half of the game. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Suns lead by 3. I'm going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. The game plan did not work out for Phoenix in the first quarter. A big part of the problem was their defense. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
You know, that's a great time to pull up and shoot the 3 in transition. The defense never had a chance to set up and get a hand in his face.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Brooks, the pass to Morant. For the lead, Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and it's Morant missing. The Suns shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. Count that one.
Boy, hard to shade Rubio defensively. He's always mixing up the moves, stays unpredictable.
Anderson outside. Now here's Morant. He's guarded close. That gives them the lead. 6 points for Brooks.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Fast break, here come the Suns. Johnson's got the ball for 3. Booker. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now here's Morant, defended by Booker. It's blocked.
Boy, really tough to score on DeAndre Ayton. Such a patient shot blocker, guys.
Passes to Johnson. Back to Ayton. Johnson left side. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by Booker. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. Well, one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
And Brooks gets it to go.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
With 3, Booker, but they recover it. Valanciunas grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Anderson's shot is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Brooks. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Bridges misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up to the Suns. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Brooks leading the charge. And Valanciunas kicks to Anderson. Grant. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Well, I think, Kevin, this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on. His ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
And Phoenix with another turnover here. Phoenix making some changes. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Johnson. Sharch comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. From deep. It's hauled in by the Suns. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Carter. 5 points in the game. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Phoenix, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. And the technical free throw is good. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Melton passes to Clark. Here's Melton. He's covered by Ayton. Anderson right side. The trade. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Nailed from three-point land. And it's a 4-point Suns lead.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Phoenix ahead, up by 4. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Grizzlies trail by 4, so on the 4 for Memphis. Anderson is out there with Clark. And there's Jackson, and it's Melton in at the 1. And the pass to Clark. Trying his luck from deep. Sharch grabs the board. Sharch has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For 3, Booker sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Anderson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Suns leading by 7. Pass to Booker. The 3. The rebound by Anderson.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Sharch has the open look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Melton passes to Jackson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Booker with no one around drops one in from the wing. Booker's got the lead up to 9 now for Phoenix.
You have to be able to think quickly and make great decisions. And in the catch-and-shoot, Devin Booker doing work.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Stolen by Jackson. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Jerome. Here's Baines. It's deflected. They get it back. Jerome passes to Booker. From beyond the arc and then some. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Pass to Melton. From beyond the arc. That shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Passes it to Booker. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Morant passes to Anderson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
And another miss by Memphis.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
And they pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Devin Booker.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Ayton wide open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 15.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard. Yeah, I think that one closes the door on any comeback hopes. Impressive performance.
And, Greg, to me, they just looked a step quicker out there. They certainly looked to want it more than their opponent.
Jacks up a three, and that one's good. Morant.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. Clark, the pass to Morant. Back to Clark, and taken away by Johnson. And Phoenix pushing it up now for the finish. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is capable of outrunning almost every other big in the league. Nice job in transition.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good competition. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
All right, we are catching up with the NBA 2K community talking about NBA 2K21, and we have Pretty Loves Pink in the house. Welcome back to the show. Love having you on, as always.
Yes, I love being here. Thank you for thinking of me.
Now, Pink, we talked last at the launch party of NBA 2K20. So tell the fans what you've been up to.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, everyone, to Noche and... Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at Memphis. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, San Antonio sitting there 4 spots below.
And for the Grizzlies, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
Now, look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump, and you start to say, I like that team.
Brooks with the bucket.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Murray for 3. That one misses.
3 straight misses to begin this contest, and already starting to look frustrated.
And it's Morant missing.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
There's Morant following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Valanciunas inside. Poeltl's there. Offensive rebound. And Poeltl sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Poeltl. Wonderful timing right there.
And it's White missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Jackson passes to Valanciunas. Got a piece of it. And here's Anderson from the arc. But they'll get another chance. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. Back to Valanciunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, Memphis no good.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And Valanciunas pulls it down.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better. Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Now here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience.
Here's Murray, following the basket by John Morant. Outside for Murray. Outside White. Back to Murray. Fires for 3. San Antonio again missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Valanciunas. Connects from 3-point range.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
From deep, Walker. And no good that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
With that leaping ability of DeRozan, he can go get it.
And he gets it back. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Goes up with it again. Now here's Walker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Stolen by Brooks. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
To the paint. Here's Jackson. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Clark. Here's Melton. And that one released in time, but no good.
Gotta love the way Poeltl defended that shot. Closing out on shooters and making them think twice.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
They've got Bellinelli, Jakob Poeltl up there with Rudy Gay, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot, and that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable, an all-around player with a bright future.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Clark. And here's a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
The Spurs making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Now here's Valanciunas. Brooks dishes to Jackson. Pass to Morant. From deep three-point range. Forbes with the rebound. Spurs trail by 9. And here's Mills for 3. It's Clark with the rebound. And for Memphis, they're shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Fires from the line. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, so far, this cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Morant passes to Valanciunas.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And it's Gay at the elbow. From the high post. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio. No good with the triple. Memphis leading by 9. Here's Clark, and then Clark slams it in.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit. The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league. He seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Here's Mills following the score by Memphis. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mills has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
And it's Clark with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And here's Mills from the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Memphis moving it around. No good from Valanciunas.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Gabe, and Gabe with the second chance points. Gabe's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
Picked off in midair. And here they come. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Mills.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Here's Clark. Bellinelli is covering. To the left side wing. Pass to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Mills. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 11 rebounds in the game. To the wing on the left. And it's Gay with the rebound.
Well, you have to understand what your strengths are. Just not a good finish at the rim on that play.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Whitey's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. The Grizzlies with another miss. And here's White. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 7-point differential. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Morant. And he gets it to go. Morant's got 8 points.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
And so it's Memphis holding.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They lead by 11. And Shaq, let's get... And that does it for our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
From deep, Walker. That shot off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. DeRozan's shot is good.
DeMar DeRozan is so good when he has space to get out and get his legs moving on a break.
And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Poeltl can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best roll threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Spurs trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jang, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And there's the pass to White. Stolen by Brooks. Now here's Jang. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from DeRozan. Brooks against White. Walker with a clean look. Hits the three-point bomb. Walker's got it back down to single digits for the Spurs. Anderson outside. And Poeltl sends it back. Here's White. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Now here's Anderson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. The drive by Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jang. Bank shot. No good.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Here's Allen. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Drills the three-pointer. Allen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And DeRozan. Here we go. And finished off by DeRozan.
You see with DeMar, the long step on the drive, then quick to go airborne.
Pass to Melton. Here's Clark. DeRozan defending. Doesn't go that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Passes it to Jang. Here's Melton, guarded by Walker. Melton passes to Clark. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Zeller. And it's Bellinelli in for Lonnie Walker. And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And they call the fouls, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. And triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And, Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Zeller, he's checked in for the Spurs. Johnson comes in for Marco Bellinelli. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jang, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And it's Clark in for Brooks. And that one's good, Morant.
And how about the body control
Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now here's Johnson. And Zeller kicks to Mills. Good on the triple. Mills has got 9.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Clark. Takes a 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Johnson dishes to Mills. Back to Johnson. Kicks it to Forbes. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
He's off on the second.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for San Antonio, Rudy Gay is out there with DeRozan. And it's Mills. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
That's good from Morant.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
That one drops for him. And that's now 7 points for Gay.
I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Forbes. Here's Poeltl. He kicks it to Forbes. Fires the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Free Wi-Fi. Whoa.
A different look now for San Antonio. Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. And Murray subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Grizzlies making a switch here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
So it's the Spurs now, following the score by Memphis. Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Goes back up. And the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, They got it right with the review. And even with one miss, he's still able to stretch that to a 2-possession game. That is huge for them right now.
The 19-foot shot. It's rebounded by Memphis. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Walker the pass to DeRozan. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
On the free throw, no good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
You have to put DeRozan on the short list for best finishers in the NBA. He is fearless going to the rack.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. No good from Clark.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Mills finds Walker. They grab their own miss. Back to Mills. Three-pointer. That shot missing.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. White, he's checked in for the Spurs. Memphis also making some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Anderson comes in for Grayson Allen. And Brooks subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Back to Brooks from outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Pirtle, no one around him. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got his first bucket of the night.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now here's Morant. Fires from 14. That's good on the jump shot. Morant's got 14 points now in the second half.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
And the rejection by Jackson. And it's White missing. And the Grizzlies with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. With the putback. It's good on the putback. And now an 11-point Grizzly lead.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Memphis.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Here's Morant following the score by DeMar DeRozan.
DeJounte Murray. That's his second personal foul. Shooting from Memphis. Morant. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so he hits both. 30 seconds left in the fourth. White inside. Johnson outside. This one for 3. Can't hit that one.
Spurs foul. Johnson. That's his first personal foul.
That's good from Morant.
Morant. Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the Spurs with possession. Down by 15. Bellinelli finds Johnson. Here's Medu. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. pounds. Upper and lower body fluid. And goaltend.
Like a beast.
So we just talked to Aerial Powers, and I hear that you're going to be in her tournament. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
And we don't have any details yet, but I do know that Hazel's going to be a captain, and she asked me to be on our team. I don't know if I was supposed to be a secret or not, but everybody knows.
Up next, it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Spurs, their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens. And, of course, the Suns right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And right now for Phoenix, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Carter in at the 1 spot. And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. The Suns making a switch here. Sharge is checked in. San Antonio with the ball. Pirtle inside. Defended by Carter. Here's White. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Sharge finds Booker. Off target from outside. Pass to Walker. Over Booker. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You've got to get a body on DeMar DeRozan because if you don't, his size and athleticism will allow him to hurt you on the glass.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
San Antonio with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. Pirtle dishes to Murray. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds. because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
I make everybody fall off. Handle life all black like a Batman. Dribble too much, who is that, man? Put your name and your fingers on a hashtag. This too easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Line shooter, definitely, I swear I have no catch with that. See, with that, I drop the ball up in my pocket. Always hit the target, brothers, with that infrared. I'm really good, but not just please don't let me land. Some bad, every day like that. Eagles on the top.
Carter with it.
Who's watching here?
Walker with the rebound. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
That one falls. White's got his second basket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. On the wing, Booker takes the 3. Shot clock reset for Phoenix, and it's Ayton missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Tries from 16. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's San Antonio now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Carter up top, covered by Mills. Carter right side. Shoots over Mills. No good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs and plenty of micro-analysis to go around, but some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Suns trail by 12. Here's Bridges. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Passes it to Forbes. Now here's Zeller. Spurs working the ball around now. 43 seconds left in the first. And Mills kicks to Gay. Clock at 6. Misses the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Jerome, good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Gay. A 17-point game for him in the win against Dallas. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Mills kicks to Forbes. From outside, off the mark. Here's Jerome. They get it back. Basket good. Jerome's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so... Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Rudy Gay is out there with Tyler Zeller. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the two-guard spot. Ranked for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Now here's Mills. Last game he had 12. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. And Baines pulls it down.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Zeller. Mills in the corner. Misses the three.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Game and foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Out left to the wing. Back to Murray. There's the dish to Pirtle. Kicks it to DeRozan. It doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And, you know, we often talk about the importance of confidence for these young players, guys. Murray's showing plenty of confidence there.
Here's Kaminsky. Banked in off the glass. Kaminsky's got his first points of the game.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. And that'll be his third foul so far. Murray against Carter. For Murray.
Murray is a nudge. That means annoying, pestering. Every possession he gets up into you, and his defense really caused that miss.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The pass to Booker. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Kaminsky. He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
White the pass to Murray. And stolen by Booker. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. The shot misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Poeltl finds Murray. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Spurs lead by 14.
So good seeing Poeltl attack the glass, especially when he goes for the putback jam.
Booker the pass to Bridges. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And it's White missing. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Booker dishes to Ayton. Back to Booker. Launches a three, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
DeRozan nails the baby hook. DeRozan's got 6 points.
You know, it's really the defining part of DeRozan.
And so it's San Antonio looking at a 13-point lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq, what? Thanks for joining.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Hooker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Carter in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. The Spurs have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First one falls for him. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, his use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. Not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
There's Walker with the 3. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 17.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
White finds Murray. And Clark coming out of Washington as a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines comes in for Johnson, and Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Carter. Murray kicks to Forbes. Rubio against Murray. Lets the three fly. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Baines passes to Ayton. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And padding that field goal percentage. Just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
And Baines kicks to Booker. Pass to Ayton. Now Rubio. 4 on the clock. Passes to Bridges. And it's off from 3-point range. Spurs leading by 19. Stolen by Rubio. For 3, Booker. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on DeRozan. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Bellinelli comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Mills in for Murray. DeRozan in the corner. From deep. With the tip. And Gay with the second chance points. Gay's got 6.
Boy, good instincts and timing on display there from Gay. Excellent anticipation. Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. DeRozan surveying the D. Shots good by Mills. He has 7.
And, you know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
Now, here's Bridges. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pulls up. Rebound, San Antonio. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. 1:29 left here in the third quarter.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Sharge checked in for Mikal Bridges. And San Antonio also making a switch. Pirtle's checked in. Rubio dishes to Baines. Goes up the baseline. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game. Mills in the corner. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Here's Sharch. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio, the great vision, and no hesitation on the delivery.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gay in the corner. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. Sharge grabs the board. Sharge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Derek White's checked in for San Antonio.
Phoenix foul call.
Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns.
That's his first personal foul. Checking in for your Suns. DeAndre Ayton.
White against Booker. Spurs working the ball around now. Now here's Mills, defended by Carter. Mills can't hit. Pass to Sharge. Down low, Ayton. The layup off target.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy.
And so it's San Antonio Out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back to the action after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills out there with Derek White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. San Antonio calls timeout.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Yes. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Phoenix. Ricky Rubio comes in for Carter. Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader. As you well know, Kevin, we actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation. But I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf. Board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Back to Murray. It's stolen by Sharks. Here's Booker. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Johnson over to help. And a wide open look for Walker. And the 3-ball is good.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Here's Sharch. And that'll be 2 free throws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now the pass to Johnson. It's picked off. And now the Suns, a fast break. Rejected by Walker, and they'll keep possession. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Medu passes to Bellinelli. Here's Samanic. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Walker outside. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And after a number of battles over the course of this season series, this victory tonight is going to finish them off with an advantage of 3-1 on the year against the Suns.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jakob Poeltl.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
It's stolen. Pass to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And that one falls for Bridges.
Michael Bridges.
Both free throws good from Bridges. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio, and Walker kicks to Murray. DeRozan in the corner. The three-pointer, no good. Kane dishes to Kaminsky from deep. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one to come into an opponent's building. And all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Okay?
Of course, always.
So, Pink, last year, I remember we talked about the WNBA coming to NBA 2K for the first time. I can confirm that it's back in NBA 2K21. What are some things you'd like to see to improve on the WNBA inclusion?
I would like to see, like, people that are not my size look so short. Like, I remember Erica Wheeler. I remember...
The Suns buzz as it rolled into the arena earlier tonight. The players... We are...
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in the...
It is indeed, D.A. Thank you. A lot of speed out there, Chris. Should be a track meet tonight. You played in a number of systems. Did you prefer a faster game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially when you look at Milwaukee and Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
It is. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
And here's Rubio following Ja Morant's 3. And Rubio kicks to Booker. The pass to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Back to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Memphis. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was the key factor.
Bridges. The rebound by Anderson. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Brooks. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
But this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish. They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Here's Anderson. Valanciunas in the high post. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Shoots over Rubio, and it's Morant missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability. Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Johnson kicks to Booker. Back to Johnson. Stolen by Jackson. It's 2-on-1. Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Morant. The 3 from Johnson. The three-pointer is right on target.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Memphis leading. Brooks outside. Pass to Anderson. Valanciunas with the ball. Doubled by Bridges. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
That's a jump ball.
And so here's Phoenix. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Booker with no one around. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Morant. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected. And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Oh, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Bridges. After the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas, here's Rubio. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle, here's Valanciunas. Rebound by the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. And stolen by Ayton. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clark dishes to Morant. Back to Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Down low. Here's Ayton. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Morant. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
9 times out of 10, he went.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. We've got Frank Kaminsky. He's out there with Aaron Baines. Saric is out there with Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point. Suns trail by 6.
In Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Beale Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it to one of my spots next time we're up there. Memphis is known for its food and music. I mean, the MGs, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part of the scene.
And he makes that one.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Pass to Baines. Rebound by Jang.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Melton. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Carter, the pass to Baines. Here's Saric, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, you got to respect the interior game of Saric. I mean, he's solid at using his size to his advantage out there.
Passes it to Allen. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Kaminsky. With every position, creating offense now. Which big men do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop has given him the freedom and Joel Embiid, we sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up in the post, he doesn't usually give you his back. He faces up, triple threat, gives you a jab step, a counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like Embiid. Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Makes it off the glass. Clark's got 6 in the quarter.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here is Carter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kaminsky finds Baines. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. The pass to Clark. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Drains the three-pointer.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Baines. Dishes to Carter. Back to Baines. Out to Carter. Good ball movement here by the Suns. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He's so intelligent around the rim. Kaminsky found a way to own that possession.
It's stolen. Saric right side. Inside. And it's Carter missing. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Johnson, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. 44 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Saric, stolen by Anderson. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Melton. Finished off the break.
This is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Johnson outside. Here's Baines. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Phoenix shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Clark. Brooks comes in for Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. Now here's Morant. He's got 5.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Unloads from 13. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Ricky, how do you guys put this thing away in the second half?
We got a lot of turnovers. They got a lot.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson. Memphis came out looking very confident. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the heels of a few stops and some quality. And that'll do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so it's Memphis with it. The lead is 2. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
From deep, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Chris, at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for the ones that are sucking air and are tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action, and there's times, too, you get to see what has happened a few of the plays before, so you get to bust the guy up with some jokes or just flat out talking trash. And sometimes guys are saying, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes the guys are going, man, listen, I'm so tired. He's going to make this free throw. Don't push me too hard on this. I got to get rest for a couple seconds.
They say that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Especially to the guys. I remember saying that to Ben Wallace one time. He was my rookie, and I was like, listen, man, Legs is going to make this free throw, man. Come on, don't push me all the way into the basket. You'd have a good
What was the
right
response?
He pushed me into the basket.
And stolen by Booker. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. All going up court, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
That's a high-level finish from Morant, showing more strength than he's really giving credit for.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. No good from Booker.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Brooks misses. The Suns trailing. Bridges inside the three-point line. Nice D from Brooks.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
And it's blocked.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Valanciunas shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Ayton. The Grizzlies have shot 6 of 7 at the line, and he makes the first.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Saric comes in for DeAndre Ayton, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Saric, the third shot of the possession, finally falls for him. Saric has got 7 points in the game.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback. Here's
Clark. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Now Morant. He's got 7. Memphis moving it around. Valanciunas finds Clark. Here's Morant. He's guarded by Kaminsky. And it's Morant missing. Suns trail by 4. Left side, Saric. Over Valanciunas. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Unpredictable nature of Saric. I mean, it helps him on this end. He's great at forcing the issue and getting these fouls.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Suns. Brooks with no one around. Tips it and staying with the play. Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
To the inside. Here's Clark. No problem on the jumper in close. And it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Carter outside to the paint. And Baines kicks to Saric. Fires from deep. No good. Shot missing. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Melton. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Kaminsky. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Kaminsky's got 7.
Now look, guys try to get physical with Kaminsky, but he has the body control and focus to finish through the contact.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Phoenix shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Here's Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Just another example of why you run plays through Morant. I mean, he makes great decisions with the ball in his hands.
On the wing, Booker. Over Brooks. Misses off the left iron. Here's Morant. That one goes in.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Aaron Baines out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Rubio in at the point guard. From deep, Brooks. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Johnson. Booker left side. Just 5 on the clock. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Morant. Jackson down low. Johnson on him. And the basket by Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The pass to Booker. Over Brooks. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Baines with the block. Booker against Brooks. No good from Booker.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Pass to Anderson. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Brooks dishes to Jackson. Back to Brooks for the three. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kicks to Rubio. Pass to Booker from deep three-point range. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And another miss by Memphis.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
He gets that one. And now just a 3-point Grizzly lead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Pass to Clark. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Rubio, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead. Brooks, the pass to Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, you see the explosiveness there, the fluidity. Morant's unbelievable.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. And for the Suns, Saric is checked in for Aaron Baines. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Johnson.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Now, here's Rubio. Defense is right there. But they get it back. Ayton, the pass to Saric. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Brooks has got the ball.
You got to appreciate the fearlessness. I mean, Brooks enjoying having the ball in his hands in big spots.
Suns trail by 5. Rubio right side. 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Memphis. And Valanciunas penetrating. And he lays it straight in. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
Oh, it's tough trying to alter his focus. I mean, Valanciunas is great at staying in control.
And here's Booker from the arc. The shot that time, not on target. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Back to Jackson. The second effort, Valanciunas. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
They get it back. Ayton. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And there's the pass to Morant. Back to Valanciunas. He feeds it to Morant. And here's Anderson for 3. Here's Valanciunas. Got a piece of it. Bridges, no one around him. And good. He nails it. 9 seconds left in the game. Morant with it. So it's Memphis picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another.